Hey my glam girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, and today I have a foundation standoff of two Tom Ford foundations. We've got the new Tom Ford Soft Matte Foundation up against the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Foundation. So we're going to be doing a full day wear test on both foundations. Of course, wearing one on one side, one on the other, seeing how they pair, seeing how they last, and hopefully helping you to make a decision on which foundation would work best for you. So stay tuned for all of that. But before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. If this is your first time here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe to my channel and join the Glam Girl Squad. And if you are a returning subscriber, well, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel with all of your likes and your comments. It really does mean a lot to me. So let's get into this video. Like I said, foundation standoff. Now I have done separate reviews for each one of these foundations, and I will link them in the card so that you can take a look at them. Because I've already done full day wear tests on each foundation, I'm not going to go through the details of them again like I did in both of those videos. So definitely check them out for all of the intricate details, but of course I will give you a good summary of both of them. So the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation comes in 40 shades or 42 shades. It has a broad spectrum of SPF 50 in it. I have the shade 8.7 in this, and then the Tom Ford Soft Matte Foundation comes in 40 plus shades. I got the shade 7.7, and both of these foundations do contain 1 fluid ounce of product. Both of them have that what I call traditional Tom Ford foundation smell, and I thoroughly enjoy both of them. I do recommend both of them. The biggest difference between these two, first of all, is going to be price. Shade and Illuminate is $150 and Soft Matte is $88, which most Tom Ford foundations are going to cost you $88. The Shade and Illuminate is costing more due to the additional skincare ingredients in it and the extra technology that they use to create the formula. So both foundations are claiming to be full coverage. Both foundations are going to leave us with what I like to call a satin type of finish. Soft Matte says that we're going to have a soft matte type of finish, but in my opinion, it is more satin-like. So let's just go ahead and apply. So I'm going to take the Shade and Illuminate, put 1 drop on the hand, going in with my BK Beauty 101 brush. So I love this Shade and Illuminate foundation. I think it is beautiful for honestly everyday wear. Although she's expensive, it is such a beautiful coverage. It's not overly heavy. It is very lightweight, even if you do build the coverage, and it has very, very good wear time. It does not settle too much into my fine lines, and I just really, really enjoy it. I didn't put on another type of primer today. I just used my Good Molecules silicone-free priming moisturizer. I've really been loving that, by the way. It is so good. I've been using that actually as my moisturizer, and I love it for that. So this is what the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate foundation looks like on my skin. I really love a nice like medium, light to medium type of coverage. So I'm not gonna build this up more because normally I don't wear my foundations like that. This is where I love to wear any of my foundations. Now going in with the Soft Matte. Even though this is newer to my collection, I like her. She's real cute. So here we go, 1 pump. And I did wipe off my BK Beauty brush. And we're going to blend this in. Now this shade is a little lighter. It is described more as a dark neutral undertone. So you will see a slight difference in color, but I also know once we add all of our additional products, we will be able to blend these two together to where the difference shouldn't be too stark. Something I've noticed that I don't like, that's kind of irritating, is this. So look at the Soft Matte foundation. For some reason, every time I go to close it, I'll show y'all. So I'm gonna clean this. It's now pretty clean. We go to close it, and then when we open it again, it gets a little dirty. So I guess what happens is foundation will seeps down into the closure, and so it's just a nuance. Nothing that's gonna make me not buy it or use it or recommend it. but I just wanted to point that out. This is what we're looking like with both foundations on our face. Here is the Tom Ford Soft Matte Foundation in the shade 7.7. And then here is the Shade and Illuminate Foundation in the shade 8.7. I really think both of these are beautiful. And like I mentioned earlier, even though the soft matte foundation is describing itself as soft matte, I think both of them have a nice radiant luminous finish. When they dry down, to me, they dry down more like a satin finish. And that's pretty much how they stay. Neither formula is gonna oxidize on my skin, which is great. So the color that you see here is going to be the same color that we're going to see at the end of the day, which I really do like. And I think both foundations really do mesh well into the skin and blend well into the skin. So they're just not sitting on top of your skin, but they really do sink into the skin to make your skin look great. I think both of these foundations really do help to accentuate the skin versus looking like you actually are wearing foundation. The Shade and Illuminate Foundation is going to give us medium to full coverage, and I would agree to that. I think this foundation gives us a nice medium to full, not completely full coverage. Whereas the Soft Matte Foundation, I definitely think we can get full coverage if you add about another layer or two, depending on how full you want to go. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup, and then we're going to go about our day to see how these hold up. They're both amazing. So I really am interested to see which side I'll like better. I have a feeling I will just like both. Of course, I want to know you guys' thoughts. Before we get into the whole day wear test, you guys let me know down in the comment section below which foundation you think will hold up the best. Do you think Shade and Illuminate will hold up? Or do you think Soft Matte will hold up? Let me know. Okay guys, we are back. I have on all of my makeup. I really think both sides of my face look great. I love both of these foundations, and as of right now, I can't choose a favorite. So this is Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate, Tom Ford Soft Matte. I love both sides. Both sides are giving me nice radiance. So just to let you know what I put on my face, I did use the Pat McGrath concealer in shade M16 underneath my eyes. And then I set it with the L'Oreal Infallible Magic Loose Powder. I went in with the Range Beauty Smooth Out Translucent Setting Powder to set the perimeter of my face. I only used the L'Oreal powder to set my under eye and my T-zone area. I went in with the Gucci bronzer. I wear shade 04. That's what I use for bronzer. For my highlight, I went in with the Beauty Light Wand in shade Pillow Talk Medium from Charlotte Tilbury. And then for my blush, I went in with the Charlotte Tilbury, the Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow in the shade Color of Dreams. Polish for the cause. These three products I've been obsessed with. Okay, I know that's not about that, but I just had to say it. And then on the lips, I am wearing the Chantecaille Lip Chic in the shade Passion Flower. For the eyes, yesterday I did a comparison of the Natasha Denona bronze palette to two Charlotte Tilbury quads. I have Desert Haze and Queen of Glow, so that's what's on my eyes if you would like to go take a look at that. That was uploaded yesterday. But this is what we're looking like. I think, like I said, both sides of my face look really nice. I don't see any major differences. I've only had the foundations on now for about an hour and a half. So no major differences here, but I do feel like we're getting very similar amounts of radiance and dew from both sides of my face. I would say that the Shade and Illuminate seems to be blurring my pores just a tinge more than the Soft Matte. I mean, I'm talking like I'm literally face to mirror looking at it, and that's what I'm noticing. But yes, I will check back in at the end of the day. We're gonna wear both of these foundations for at least 8 hours, and then I will let you know my final thoughts, and then you guys can tell me what you think as well. So stay tuned. All right, guys, we are back. It is the end of the day, and I have been wearing both of these foundations for over 10 hours, and I just finished working out. Literally just finished working out. I'm looking at my neck. I see a little bit of sweat. We did strengthening and toning tonight, so definitely didn't sweat like kickboxing class, but definitely was sweating and getting in a good workout. Remember, the Soft Matte foundation claimed to be sweat proof and humidity proof, and we did confirm that because when I did my full day wear test, I was outside sweating and it held up. The shade and Illuminate side, I think held up pretty good as well. And I feel like for this full day worth of wear test, both sides did really good. In addition to working out, I also had to wear my mask today, and I wore my mask for about an hour total. And you know, the mask sits right around here. We don't see any lines of demarcation of like of where the mask would be at. I do see that the foundation has worn away on my chin, but like I always say, I touch on my chin a lot. But honestly, I feel like both sides held up really good. If I had to choose a side, I'm gonna go with Shade and Illuminate because this side, especially right here along my pores, it just looks a little more flawless than this side over here with the soft matte foundation. And I'll come in a little closer so you all can see, but just looking at it, this side just looks a little bit more flawless and blurred than this side. I forgot to mention earlier, I did set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, so I did set my face prior to really going about my day. But I feel like outside of that, both sides really held up really good. Now, in terms of which side I feel is more matte, which side would work better for oily skin, I honestly felt like prior to my workout, the Shade and Illuminate side wasn't as dewy as the soft matte side. And when I say as dewy, the soft matte side isn't even extremely dewy to begin with, but I just felt like the Shade and Illuminate side was a little less dewy. If you have oily skin, I would recommend both because looking at both, especially from afar, neither one looks more matte than the other, like drastically. And I also feel like neither one looks extremely dewy. Like I said, I just finished working out, so some of this radiance that you all see is from me sweating. But I feel like both foundations could work well for oily skin. You just use the mattifying primer, set well with the powder, and I think you should be good to go. For dry skin, I think both foundations could work well for dry skin, depending on how dry your skin is. I think if you have like excessively dry skin, they might not. I think if you have like kind of standard dry skin, if that makes sense, both foundations would work well for you. I really think that both of these foundations are good, well-rounded, everyday foundations. So for me, I feel like both of these foundations are a winner. I think if you're going to choose between the two, it's really gonna come down to really price and then the slight differences. Like I said, Shade and Illuminate, I felt won with a little bit of an edge, simply because I felt like it looked a little more blurred. But you guys tell me. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If there are any other questions that I did not answer for you, definitely leave them in the comment section below. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.